All right, I was here for and 1 hour with Munufi assign Abba live. And because of time and program no no abonting. Send here baby I make 1 hour with Munufi broadcasting live from Helsinki, Finland. TNA Begina Helsinki, Finland abonting so because my baby had you community I couldn't just organize myself at home. And you're broadcasting live from Helsinki abonting so. Now, and a bit of us using the actual or the usual one now using. If I just out the sound and noises of trams and other things, and now what they are achieving, maybe that is how the system is gonna go. Because then mini intimate to me, and any money send the trams, the noises of people and other things every whole background. And then Rebecca Safa, a Jumapa, Sam George, because Sam George has fought a good fight and idea I was saying Yabonabaso. Because NPP for your margin say Omokofa LGBTQ about the Swagana for no. Sam George fought a good fight and I went to resist the sack of him saying Negana for who say Sajumedini and Yadia Yeni Ejeho. The moment you go to your president, Abra BBC for Bisan say not being the same for LGBTQ no the answer na era president Edema Ghana for.
You would get behind
I
this?
think that it is something that is bound to happen. And when that happens,
what's going to provoke it? What's going to make it happen?
Oh, it's the activity like elsewhere in the world. Like elsewhere in the world, the activities of individuals, of groups. I grew up in England. I went to school as a young boy in England, and I grew up at a time in England when homosexuality was banned there. It was illegal, and I lived the period when British politicians thought it was anathema even to think about changing the law, and then suddenly the activities of individuals, of groups, a certain awareness, a certain development grew and grew and grew stronger, and it forced a change in law. I believe that those are the same processes that will bring about changes in our situation. At the moment, I don't see that in Ghana there is that strong current of opinion that is saying this is something that we need to even deal with. It's not so far a matter which is on the agenda.
Let me ask you about something you've tweeted about. You say critically men and boys must take responsibility to say no more child marriage. How big a problem is that
It's a big problem.
in the country? And why do you think it's still there? Is it an education issue or
obviously educational stroke cultural? Mm-hmm. It's a matter. You have also the economic difficulties that force people to.
The one who said President not being mono. Ghanaians are not educated much. And untina LGBTQ no. Yeah, I say engine to me. And the president again say free SHS in order bano. Or pompe ideas into Nkolana Grima, there will be a time school from Kolani in Abeja LGBTQ nothing. And this is giant Ghana, Emma NPP from Kwadia, Kana Menoka say LGBTQ no, Ankaya Jatum. And this is the system Nanka NPP are buying per se or deba. Now so Sam George, and I can say, and Yadia, or better say, into a fight, I be do leveler. Sam George even 8 minutes there, the West say. So when him no me says our program win and as I deal with them by engine to know. On be attacking the speakers of parliament, members of parliament, and then Ghanaians are Ghana for also ever attacking the West. Our more businesses are a war hoinano. Yeah, so you make sure say we also close them down. And these are statements where Sam George ascended to the Western powers. Ama Nababe Ade say Sam George has become maybe the only one person in Ghana or fighting say Ghana for intimate J sa LGBTQ way M2. It's say yeah culture no ye bra sa de no. Enti mo yen go tie Sam George warning na or the West. Now if they rebuild that from there.
Like it is attributed to Robert Mugabe. If we put 2 men in a room and give them 12 months to produce as an offspring, they cannot produce an offspring. And so, Mr. Speaker, we will continue to stand here. But let me use this opportunity, Mr. Speaker, to celebrate Mr. Speaker, who has been a stalwart and a bastion for this bill. But for Mr. Speaker, this bill would most likely have been killed. Mr. Speaker has stood his ground and ensured that this bill has come this far. And I want to use this opportunity with the support of my colleague members of parliament, since we all support this bill, to serve notice to the Western powers that we have taken judicial notice of what they have done to the Speaker of Uganda. After Uganda passed the bill, the sanctions on the Speaker of Uganda's parliament and on the sponsors of those bills, we will serve notice as well that if they replicate same with our Speaker and members of parliament, we will also take action against their business interest in our country, because they serve in this country and make money from here and take back home. They cannot hold us to ransom. And like has been asked on this floor, Mr. Speaker, why is it that the American Secretary of State has not sanctioned the Secretary of Defense? Because June was declared Pride Month and they had transgender parades. The US Secretary of Defense blocked and stopped a transgender parade on a US Air Force base because he said the US Pentagon, which is their defense headquarters, would not support such activity. Governor DeSantis has passed legislation against open transgender parades in Florida. Why have they not taken on their own citizens? In fact, in 2022 alone, there were 433 actions in state house of legislatures across the United States, banning and clamping down on homosexuality. The Supreme Court of the United States, SCOTUS, just last week, passed a landmark judgment enforcing the rights of American citizens to refuse to offer services to people on the basis of their faith and because they were LGBTQ. Mr. Speaker, it shows you that even America has realized the error of their judgment and are walking back their steps. Italy in June designated June also as Family Protection Month to counter the Pride Month. Maybe that's something Ghana should begin to consider, that we make June a Family Values Month to celebrate the Ghanaian family.
All right, enti send the Sam George kind of idea I say will be any agent because Sam George fighting. I'm fighting ma on Sam George fighting ma the whole Ghana. Enti say enti Sam George abaso there then as a group in Ghana how it already because he jama MPP for nkwa there on be introduced sa at the money we say e ba be say yema no. Abusa for 1 hour with Munufi and then me live from Helsinki City Center. Enti asori dan na e wa hakese pa na because of time into the name and me and you with into the Mofan Chairman. Some noises and some sounds amount for a dear Saran as a far Mofa Nina and Chairman. It's a new program, a bit shorter, Senia, the piano. Yeah, no. Enti say we will be a 1G LGBTQ and to my wait me a comment on our show. Then we all share the same ideas. Now, for the Chere Abrofono, the Western powers, and they say, and ya dear, ye, and the Jim see bit me, Sajumano, aye. And this is a very just straightforward thing at Sam George. I was a Ghanaian Ibia Abonabaso. Ningo Prampram for I think it's a much make you see the best member of parliament at the Amamu or only bit me Aye Jumano at the Amamu. And then a day for Sam George, we are praising Sam George and we are telling him say he is one of a person. And as a member of parliament in Ghana, you don't know, you penasem, a bit in Juma de Bia. Adia me there is Sam George NDC ni wankwa go join NPP for na omo your madness na nka omo de sa na ye boni we say e ba Ghana ho no enti Ghana for yen kan ye humbum na yen kire the Western powers and say sa di we ade a ye e culture no enya ade a ye beso so ye ni enhye da enje ho enti ye ni so na ye Sam George nyina be fight the system ni nyina bom. So Western powers don't attack your ministers, your presidents, MPs, that's for together no. Yene omunyi na beka boom. Na ya chire Ghana for say enya de a ibetimi asuso tani me we message na nkoma abrofo no. Unim na say na maye or other African countries no. Obe attack honorable Albert Barbin and as Sam George and as any member of parliament we also make sure say we come after them. A very, very simple thing. Very, very straightforward thing. Because you says he NPP for one day on be introduced. And ya they say so you best so. yɛnte aseɛ ɛma NPP for introduce saa neɛ bɔne we say sɛdeɛ ebisa president or can just say it is something that is bound to happen, and he believes he said when people are much educated, and I say the education when they push it through, then Ghanaians will embrace this kind of ungodly act. That is not what we want, and we are not going to accept that. And you know, yeka edichire abrofono, especially Americans say yes so na yen bi mo so then a person betuma introduce anyway about system no. And abusan for ene me the program yi ebesi wa ha me sheda enche na 1 hour with Munufie no ne me ye wo abonten. Isan say mere na Munufie no I'm say time no ebiti me kakanti me be ya de abonten enti ene say na me the program no besi. Let's all praise Senior Sam George na yenyini tum. 1 hour with Munufie ye free Helsinki, Finland capital. Enti I'm right in the city center of Finland. It is who's a tourist, and then the locals, and then trams, and then everything. We just say we are all together. Enti ebi a obeti say tram they be ebebam momfa encheme. Isan say program no name nya kwan anye wo fie senia etie. Me de obi bia ase. Wa onya kwan hwe and I say later on be na bega utimi commenting we dey say LGBTQ enya ade a ye be so so I support you Sam George. Then we are with him sending this warning to the West to say I don't know more you know. You can just send a comment down and then we also move on. Measure ball and I'm essentially say if you're watching maybe I'll be home, then we organize the program far the way that we want. But there will be
You would get behind
I
that?
think that it is something that is bound to happen. And when that happens,
What's going to provoke it? What's going to make it happen?
oh, it's the activity like elsewhere in the world.